guys, what's up? My name is Emmy Lou and I am a medium. So today we're going to be reading Paranormal Storytimes. Great! Which is so exciting. I love reading and hearing about other people's spiritual and ghost experiences. We're going to set the intention right now to tip-tap, skip-scap on any stories that are true and have ghost encounters. Like real. Okay? Maybe? Maybe. My great-grandmother watched my great-grandfather die. Oh my god. Okay, that's sad. They were truly in love forever. After he died, she woke up every morning and said, "Damn it," because she was ready to pass away. My great-aunts would hear her talking on a baby monitor they set up, talking to members of the family who had already passed. Finally, on one afternoon, they heard her go, "John, finally. Why are you always late?" They were frozen, as John was my great-grandfather's name. They walked in 10 minutes later and she had finally passed away. She was just waiting for her husband to come and get her. Take a moment for me to just, like, be sad. Oh, that's so sweet and so sad. Don't cry. And I feel like people that work in hospitals that, like, talk about being with people when they pass away, I feel like there's a lot of similar stories to that. So I'm 100%, I'll totally believe this a little bit. Unless, they're just telling a fake story. You never know. My mom found an old picture of me with one of my late uncles. She asked me if I remembered him. He passed away when I was really young, so I unfortunately don't remember much of him. She told me that he used to take care of me while both my parents were at work, so we had gotten really close. He was essentially another father figure for me at that time. Supposedly, my parents were woken up one night by me crying and screaming his name. When they came into my room, they found me holding that picture of us, the one I mentioned earlier. They got a call from my aunt that morning that he had suddenly passed away. My mom said the only other times I have ever cried like that was when my dad had to leave for deployment. She's convinced that my uncle said goodbye to me that night. Oh my god, these are also sentimental and sweet so far. And I've personally had experiences where somebody who was about to pass away has came and visit me before they passed away, like by a few days or even like that night. So yeah, I was expecting spooky and we're getting sentimental. I grew up in a mobile home. When I was very little, maybe 8 years old, I made a friend that lived in the floor. His name was Adam, and he was my best friend all that year. He wasn't there every day, and he was only there certain times of the day, usually right as I would get home from school. Adam always asked me how I was, and okay. I'm ready. Okay, anyways, where was I? I can't focus, thank you. Adam always asked me how I was and what I did that day. Sometimes he would ask me to go to different places in the house so he could hear me better. It was usually in the bathroom. I would sit in the tub and talk to him. My brother could hear him too, but he lived with my grandparents and wasn't over often. Dad, I don't think, heard him, but Adam never talked when he was around. He wanted me to go outside a lot, and sometimes I did, but I never met Adam or saw him. Then one day, Adam just stopped talking, and I never heard from him again. I am not sure if this was a ghost or a spirit of some kind. I almost hope it was. That would be easier to swallow than the very likely story that there was someone under my goddamn house. Places that have water are usually more, energetically charged, I guess. I used to have experiences when I was a kid with bathrooms. I always get scared in bathrooms. For some reason, they're usually very active. I don't know what it is about water with spirits that helps them communicate and stuff, but it's something energetically I don't fully understand. I just know it works. Also, them asking this person to go outside makes sense too, because spirits a lot of the times will want you to connect with nature and ground yourself. Adam could be a spirit guide at that point in time for you. I did not get bad vibes from Adam there. No, that seems cool, but also very creepy. That is a creepy story, especially when you mentioned the man living underneath your house. Ooh, now that's scary. That's scary. Ghosts aren't scary. People are scary. A girl I knew for a few years and was very good friends with passed away in a car accident. A few days later, I had a dream that she was standing in the center of the road and I'm barreling towards her. I run into her, but then she appears in the seat beside me. She forces my head towards her abdomen, where her stomach would be. There's a large mouth. The teeth are made of broken glass and sharp metal. She keeps saying, shh, shh. I wake up from the dream and I'm still hearing shh. I look at the foot of my bed and she's standing in my room. She walks through my door and into the hallway. I follow her. She walks down the hallway and vanishes through the front door of the house. I didn't realize at the time, but my dad was on the couch. He asked me if I was okay and asked if the flickering lights are what woke me up. He didn't see her. I never noticed the lights flickering. One thing I would like to say about this, though, just to bring up the topic, was that a true ghost story? Okay. I'm still going to mention this topic, though. Just want to put out there that brains are weird, okay? Humans are spooky little creatures. A lot of times your brain, like, doesn't fully wake up as, like, you're waking up, so, like, parts of your dream can kind of go into, like, your reality and stuff. That doesn't always mean that they're spiritual experiences. It could just be, like, you know, a sleep phenomena, because I've experienced both. You just get, like, this weird feeling, and especially because this was a person that, like, she knew that passed away, definitely could have been visiting her, or him. I don't know. So there's kind of a difference when it comes to this stuff where, like, yes, totally could be a spiritual experience, sometimes very profound and, like, you know it is. But then there's other times where it is just your brain and, like, sleep kind of scary and nightmares come into reality. Like, for example, with my personal experience, I one time was living in a haunted ass apartment and I would wake up every day to somebody whispering in my ear good morning, or like wake up and it spooked the crap out of me. Definitely ghost, okay? And then on the other hand, I have had an experience where I don't like zombies. They scare me. They're fake. I know that. They do spook me out. I don't like dead things. Ew. Okay, well, I love dead things, but not dead, rotting grossness, okay? But I was having a nightmare about zombies, and I woke up, and I physically thought a zombie was coming up my stairs to come eat me. Excuse me? That was not a ghost. Don't even play games with me right now, because absolutely not. That was a scary experience, and you do not have to do that. I thought a zombie was going to eat me. Zombies are not real. Don't mess with me right now. It was just a bad time. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna move on. I am the youngest of two older brothers. My middle brother had passed away in 2005, and one of my cousins had given birth to a boy a few years later. So he's never seen or heard of my brother before. Fast forward a few years more, when the boy is old enough to talk, I think like 5. I guess my aunt was telling my mom that her son has had an imaginary friend that he's been talking about named Michael. Now, both my aunt and mom played it off as kids will be kids sort of thing. That wasn't until my aunt began explaining this imaginary friend and how it had some coincidental things and directly related to my brother. First, this Michael would wake up the boy at night wanting to play basketball. Kid didn't mind because he liked basketball too, but it was in the middle of the night. Secondly, Michael tells him he has an owie and points to his throat. I'll get back to this later. Then the trippy part comes when my mom went to visit my aunt. She was sitting at the couch watching TV while my cousin and her son walked in. Her son was hesitant at first and then walked back to his room. My cousin went to my mom and told her he was being shy because he told me that is Michael's mom. I was then told if you show him a photo of my brother, he points to it and says, "That's Michael." Even when I went to their house, the boy did the same thing, and this time, the cousin said, he whispered to me saying that's Michael's brother. Here's the kicker. My brother's name is Travis Michael. Last name is not stated. He liked to play basketball in high school, and he died from a freak accident on sand dunes while riding an ATV. It shattered his Adam's apple and basically suffocated him. My cousin's son has had imaginary friends that ended up being my deceased brother. Wow, that's cool. Again, kids, they're very in tuned. They're very in tuned. That's very sad. Poor Michael, but also so sweet that he's still around, you know, like he's still there with the family, and apparently he really likes his little cousin. Probably because he can talk and hear to him and wasn't ignoring him. It gave him like a way to communicate with his family almost. That's so sweet. I love that. I was expecting spooky. We're getting sweet and sentimental.
Yeah?
Alrighty. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know if you'd like me to do more videos like these. I do enjoy reading other people's stories. But anyways, guys, I'm sending you all love and light and positive energy, and I hope you have a wonderful whenever this video reaches you. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye.